You've forgotten about him. You've probably written him off. A lot of Red Sox fans have. But Kristian Campbell was coming. If you're looking for someone to add to this team in September and possibly October and be a first base bat for you, the answer is a lot closer than you think. They didn't make a deal for anyone at the trade deadline, which I think is really telling. A, Craig Breslow's not good at making deals. B, they like what they have in Kristian Campbell still. I'm amazed at how many people in the know for the Red Sox, and I'm talking like fans I have respect for on social media and journalists who I have respect for, who are just forgetting Kristian Campbell, who are out on Kristian Campbell. We may never see him again. His confidence is completely gone. He's a bust. He's not a major leaguer. Waste of a contract. Seriously? Guys played 2 months of Major League Baseball. Sending him down to AAA, is that ideal? Of course it's not ideal. Nobody wants to see that. But the Red Sox were in a position, actually, when they sent him down, where they had some flexibility. They could send him down. Wilyer Abreu was back. Devers had just been dealt. You were kind of running out of room. You needed to option somebody down. It wasn't going to be Roman Anthony. Kristian Campbell, who was really struggling at the time, perfect candidate for it. They also needed him to learn first base. He's gone down to Worcester, and it was brutal to start. It was just like a continuation of his last month in the majors. It was bad. And you didn't know what position he could play, and he couldn't hit. That's turned around, man. Kristian Campbell is red hot. He's on a 15-game hitting streak. Second longest in Woo Sox history. Woohoo! He's on a 15-game hitting streak. His OPS is now up to 830. His on-base percentage is over 400, and he's got 4 homers with 17 RBI and 54 total bases in 35 games. He's starting to drive runs in again. He's starting to hit with power again. And oh, by the way, he's playing a really good first base. Kristian Campbell might just be your answer to a guy who can play first base and be a legitimate bat in your lineup every day. We've seen it in a short spurt that he can do it in the major leagues. And I think first base is still the biggest hole for this Red Sox team. Abraham Toro, that asteroid has fallen down to earth, man. Hitting 203 with a 540 OPS in his last 41 games. The last month and a half, he sucked. Kristian Campbell, on the other hand, is getting hotter again. And I know it's in AAA. I know that. But here's the thing. Kristian Campbell has hit at every level of baseball he's played in. He didn't forget how to hit. Did he need a better approach in the major leagues? Yes, he did. He found that out by playing in the major leagues, and now they're working on that in the minor leagues. He needed to play a new position. Might as well do that at the minor league level when you have that flexibility rather than watching him fail some more at the major league level. Well, here he is, man. He's made one error in 157 innings at first base. He's got a 993 fielding percentage at first base. A 990 gets you in the top 10 in the league at that position in the major leagues. He can play the position. He's going to play the position. It's the oldest cliche in the book, but you don't like that the Red Sox didn't make big trade deadline deals? Here's your trade deadline deal right here. It's cliche and it's stupid and it's probably overused. But your trade deadline acquisition for a bat is Kristian Campbell. September 1st, when they expand the rosters, he's going to be up in the majors again. And he's going to be platooning at first base with, there we go, first base. And he's going to be platooning at first base with Romy Gonzalez, who has been, I don't want to say a revelation because it's not like the guy's battling for an MVP, but he's been a good major league hitter. He's been a serviceable, everyday major league hitter. You just platoon those guys at first. Like the greatest Red Sox team ever in 2018 had a platoon at second base, right? Ian Kinsler was getting the last drops out of his career. He actually sucked for the Red Sox. And Brock Holt was a Romy Gonzalez. He was a serviceable, everyday player that you'd rather be a utility guy. That team won the World Series and won 119 games. Like, The greatest Red Sox teams ever have been able to do that and pull that off. Kristian Campbell is probably your next guy up. This mystery prospect that everyone just sort of forgotten about, because Marcelo Meyer didn't get sent down and Roman Anthony's now getting extended and he's the best prospect in baseball. All of a sudden, Kristian Campbell's become a bust. Just say it at your own risk, man. At your own risk. Kristian Campbell, I fully believe he is going to prove a lot of Red Sox fans and analysts wrong in September and October of this year. He's hit at every level so far. He was a super prospect for a reason. He made the opening day roster for a reason. He won the AL Rookie of the Month in April for a reason. And he's figuring it out now. He's going to be a major league player by the end of this season. He's going to be a part of this Red Sox team for the next decade, and he is not going to be a bust. In fact, I think he could be a real factor for this team in the postseason. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think Kristian Campbell's a bust? Do you think he'll help him in this year's playoffs? Is it somewhere in between? Let me know in the comment section below. Like and subscribe if you're excited for this Red Sox team and this playoff push they're about to make. We're talking about the Red Sox, the Bruins, everything else going on in Boston sports every weekday at noon Eastern time. But over 90% of you are not actually subscribed. So do me a favor. Like, subscribe. It helps out the channel a ton. We're on the path towards 4,000 subscribers, and we're getting closer by the day after this great summer. So thank you guys once again for tuning in. We will see you on the next episode of a little ditty that we like to call The Cam Show.